Welcome everyone. In this video, we will have a more detailed discussions about MySQL commands. So first we will start with the create database command. So we need a SQL script. In MySQL workbench, there is an option to create a new SQL tab, and we will click this on this. You can also open this from file menu and then click on new query tab. So create database command is very simple. Create database and the database name that you want to give to your database. I will choose test db and then semicolon after each statement and then control enter to execute. So the database has been created. We will refresh this schema and here we can find our database, newly created database. So in MySQL we call database as schemas. So the next is if we want to delete this database, then we need to execute drop command. So I will just replace drop. SQL is a case insensitive language, which means that it doesn't matter if you type commands in small letters or capital letters. So I will drop this, enter, and as we can see the test db is gone now. So every database must have some tables in it. So we will try to create some tables in our empdb database, which was already available. As we can see that this database is showing in bold letters, it means it is the default database right now. So if we execute any query without specifying the database, it means it will automatically choose the EMP database. So the next command is create table command. So the command starts with create keyword and then table keyword, and then we need to provide a table name. So I'm making this bonus and then bracket, and then I will make a column bonus id, which will be of integer type, and it will be not null, primary key, auto increment needs. The next one will be emp id, sorry, emp number, integer, not null. Next will be amount, which will also be, I think it will be float, not null. And in the last line we will not put a comma here. We will close this with the bracket, closing bracket, and then a semicolon, and then we will press control enter, and then the table is created. We will refresh this and the table is now available. So the syntax is very simple. First create table, then the table name, then in the brackets we need to provide the column names. First one will be the column name, second one will be the data type. It can be int, float, varchar, and then the third one will be either it will be null or not null. By default it will allow null values, but if we do not want it to allow null values, then we need to put this after the data type. Then we can make this primary key. The first column, there can only be one primary key or a combination of two columns. means if I want to put the combination of these two columns, then we can also do that, but there's another procedure to do that. And the last thing we can say that it will be an auto increment value. There is another method for creating tables in MySQL Workbench. We can select, right click on this table and then create table, and then we need to provide the table name. I will call it contact, and then I will keep the collation as server default, schema default, sorry, and InnoDB. And then the first column will be contact ID integer. I want to keep this primary key as a primary key, and it will be auto increment. AI means auto increment, double N means not null, PK means primary key, UQ means unique index, B for binary, UN for unsigned data type, ZF for fill up values for the column with zeros if it's numeric, and G is for generated column. So the next one will be EMP number. It will also be int. There is a drop down menu available, and we can select from all these data types. The next one is address. Let's make it 100 var char, and not null. EMP number will also be not null. And then phone, I'll keep it integer value, not null, and then apply. And when we click on the apply button, it will generate an SQL query, and when we click on the apply button, it will execute this query. Apply, execute it. So the table has been created, contacts. The next command is drop the tables. So the command is drop table and the table name, which in this case is contacts. Yes. And then execute. The table has been deleted, and there is one more method to delete the table, that is the UI method, bonus, drop the table, drop now, done. There may be some cases when we need to modify a table, so the next command is alter table, alter table, then table name. So let's say department table, and then we will add a column zip code which will be of integer type, and then semicolon, and then control enter. Now if we see that the department table has one more column, zip code, we can also delete this column. We just need to do some modification in this code, like removing the data type because it is not required anymore, and then we will change this add to drop, and then alt enter, execute it, and then we can see that there is no zip code column anymore. There is one more method to alter a table in MySQL Workbench. Right click on the table name and then click on the alter table button, and then you can again have a UI form for altering the table. We can add new columns here, delete the old ones, then we can apply the change, apply and apply it, then it will be executed. So At the end of this video, I want to talk about foreign key and primary key. As I already told you, we can have a primary key on a combination of two columns. So let's see how we can do that. I will create another table, bonus. In the first column will be bonus ID, integer, not null, auto increment. Next one will be EMP number, int, not null. Third one will be amount, int, not null. And the fourth one will be department number, int, not null. And then we will add the primary key here, key. Then I will provide the bonus ID here, and with the comma I will provide EMP number, and then comma. We can also provide the foreign key here, key, then the column department number, and then references. So when we are creating this department number as a foreign key here, it should be a primary key in another table. So we know that the department number is a primary key in department table. So we'll put the name of department table, department ppt, and then in brackets I will put the column name. This column name should match with the column name given in the department table, this number, and then bracket close. I will do one more thing here. I will put a constraint here on delete restrict. After this, I cannot delete the parent rows in the department table if there are some rows available of the same department number in bonus table. And it is an optional command because it is the default behavior of a foreign key, so we may also delete this, and then we will select the query and click on the control enter, and then the query will be executed. Now we have a table which has a primary key as the combination of two columns and also a foreign key. So this is all for this video. In the next video we will discuss more about the select statement. Thank you.